This is the second downtown fire in like 2 weeks. Oh, cool. Everyone's really impressed by your truck. Thanks. Anyway, it is a block away from the studio. This old hotel. I don't know if there were any occupants at all, because I don't think it operates as a hotel anymore, but I think it was operating as a place of residence for some folks, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's pretty bunged up. They've been working on it since yesterday. I believe it happened in the late evening, maybe very early morning. So maybe not quite yesterday, but yeah, it is something else. It smells just, I don't even know what. We're blocking out the sun here. Yeah, and I don't know, it's a scary thing, because if it caught fire because of, old wiring and stuff like that, I mean, the studio is in danger of the same thing. The whole building, I mean, the gallery, and it's a really old building, and I don't know how often it gets maintenanced, right? No idea. But there you go. That's rough stuff. Studio's just down there on the corner, and geez. So I'm just checking out what they've been doing with this building, because they've had to start taking it down. And man, it just changes the landscape of this neighborhood, and I don't know for how long, right? It's going to take, I imagine, weeks to clean all this up. And in the meantime, this will just be closed. And that, just like this block, that's like extra really crappy for the businesses on the, just in this area. Like, yeah, it's just no good. Local businesses are going to suffer because of that. And that's one of those things where I wonder, like, because it's ruled as suspicious, like, what happened to an arsonist, especially in a case like this. Like, there's no loss of life, but there's loss of income, loss of so much quality of life, etc. And it's rough. Just taking Ren for a walk, doing the scenic loop. Feels good to be outside. It's a nice day. Didn't have to get bundled up or anything, but I recently had a conversation with my friend where I brought up my quote book, and I was just thinking since then, like, what do I do once I fill it up? What do I do with that? Because I carry my quote book on me. Just a book of quotes that I really like. I keep it in my backpack. And it was funny because his response to some of the things I was saying, he was like, oh man, it's really cool to have like this physical object that is really important to you and is on your person and has gone on so many like travels and adventures with you. And it's really interesting. I've never thought of it that way. And if I can think of one physical object that has survived time longer than anything else in my life, it's probably that quote book. Because I have had it, I would say, about 15 years or so. Let me do the math. Yeah, about 15 years. And it's not because I've never put quotes in it, and like there's a decent amount in there, and there's more that I need to add. And I like it. I like looking through it from time to time. I don't do it often enough. But I was also just thinking, like, so long ago, because it's this like small hardcover notebook, I like spray painted it, and I just don't like the look of it. And if it's like this, it is like this physical object, and so much of what I like about collecting and enjoying physical objects is beauty. And it's like, I mean, I spray painted the book. Like, I could just paint over it. Why haven't I done that, you know, before now? It's weird, because I feel like that's what I should do. So I might do that today. Also, I just was thinking, what am I going to do once it's filled? Because I'll need another one. And I think what I would do is get another book that is similar size, but larger. Not larger in physical size, but like, as in I can put more quotes in it. And because I don't know, well, I mean, that's the thing. It could be, there's more paper, paper's bigger, lines are structured differently, paper's thinner, who knows? Anyway, and I'll recopy all of the quotes from the old book that I want to keep into the new book. And I'll keep that old book on a shelf as just like a document, but that new one will have the majority of those old quotes along with new ones, and our space for new ones. So when I'm nearing the end of this quote book, which once I put in, I think I've got like 50 screenshots of quotes saved that I would like to put in there. I don't know how much room they're going to take, but after all that, we'll see how close I am to the end of that book and start shopping around for a new one. It is this thing that, like, what's easier, to carry on a quote book, or I could take pictures of all those quotes and put them in my phone and like categorize them by like art quotes or like something, because some of them are very specifically art related, some of them just are just about life, and I'm like, how do I even categorize these? Like, and some of them overlap art and life so much, and that's why I like them. Yeah, some things I've been thinking about lately. Anyway, here's the beautiful wren being majestic, being a puppy, a beautiful one. Oh goodness, Renifer. She like sometimes remembers to not like jump, so she does like a half jump, and she like punches me in the belly with a paw because she's not like full jumping, because she could jump higher than I can stand. Like, her head could go higher than mine. She's got hops. Like, she is spring-loaded kangaroo. Anyway, there's the puppy enjoying the outdoors. Don't enjoy Doritos, what the hell? Looks like there's chips on the ground. Anyway, there you go. So here is my quote book. The original color is this kind of reddish brown roan color, and just at the time I really wanted to paint it, and I just had like, again, this is like freaking 15 years ago or something, and I just painted it, like spray painted it like this blue, silver, and red, and I don't know why. And I definitely want to do something else to it. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I think I might just make it all different colors and just like paint over the floral bits that are here just with different paint markers or something. I don't really know. But yeah, that's the quote book. As you can see, I still do have room. I haven't even filled up half of it. I don't think. Well, about half, I guess. And I do have a bunch more quotes to put in there. So that's the quote book. Let's go to a random page. Let's give you a quote. This is the kind of stuff that's in here. But in order to know virtue, we must acquaint ourselves with vice. Only then can we know the full measure of a man. Marquis de Sade. keeper. So capping off the vlog here. There's only one other video this week, which is a conversation about how I felt an unfamiliar feeling of what I called at the moment neutrality, and how because it was so unfamiliar it made me anxious. But since then I've had a conversation where someone labeled it as content, and I was like, that makes way more sense. But I was so used to content and happiness being the same thing, and then I realized they're really not the same thing, but I didn't want to have a full-blown conversation about it. So, like, part of me wanted to, and then I just didn't, and I don't know, I just, yeah. That's it. I gotta go to bed.